So, ready to make a difference? Building a better planet starts with you.
Aqua Kids, traveling around the world, going where we've never been before, having fun and so much more, learning from our friends of the sea, saving them is up to you and me. Aqua Kids.
We're here at Old Woman Creek, where we will be working with researchers who are studying carbon cycling and methane emissions in the wetlands.
We're going to use a laser bouncing between the mirrors, and the laser
Hey
gets
Tim, hey
absorbed.
Camilo, how you guys doing?
Hey, doing good. How about you?
Pretty good, but what is this contraption you got here?
Well, this is our very high-tech methane sensor. So it is going to be shining a laser between these two mirrors, and based on how much of the light between these two mirrors gets absorbed, we can tell what particles are there. So methane is absorbing a certain spectrum of light, and we can tell by how much of that goes away how many particles of methane are within this area. So we are going to be looking in the wetlands to see how much methane there is.
Cool.
Methane, where do you find methane in a wetland?
Well, methane's made deep in the soil in the wetlands by small microbiology called methanogens. And they live wherever they can find a spot where no oxygen exists. And what they'll do is they'll take the old plant material and break it down into methane, and it'll eventually get released to the atmosphere from there. It can either come up in bubbles, it can slowly diffuse out of the water, or it can get moved through the plants. And we're using our equipment to see which of the mechanisms is really active here and how it's all going to change with climate change.
So is this methane a problem for the environment?
Well, methane's a natural part of the atmosphere, and its warming effect is something that the world really depends on. In recent years, methane has gone up a lot, but it's mostly due to human activity. I think that wetland methane is a natural and healthy part of the global climate. In addition to that, wetlands also take in CO2, and they have some of the largest stores of carbon in their soils in the world. As we destroy wetlands, we are releasing a lot of that carbon back to the atmosphere. So I think it's really important that we leave wetlands the way they are climatologically.
So the key here is don't disturb the wetlands.
Yeah, because if you do, you're releasing all that stored carbon into the atmosphere.
So we have a little demonstration for you guys. So it turns out that some people breathe methane. Everybody's gut houses different microbes, and some people have microbes that make methane in there. So my friend Camilo here is going to breathe over the methane sensor and show this off. Okay, watch me breathe methane.
Whoa.
That line just totally spiked up.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
No methane.
Not a methane breather.
I want to try it.
Yep.
Hey, Lily.
Let's go. All right, guys, so now we know who breathes methane, but is there a practical application for this? Can we use this out in the field?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, let's do it. All right, looks like we're headed to the methane peeper. Let's go.
So we're headed to this vertical PVC pipe here, and it houses a little sensor that we keep down in the soil.
All right, so can we get to the methane gas demo?
Yeah, absolutely. We can go blow it up. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take this paddle and really stir up the soil, and it's going to release a lot of bubbles of methane. We're going to trap them in here, and then we're going to uncap it and light it, and it's going to make a big flame all at once.
Nice.
So you can see all these bubbles. That's a lot of greenhouse gases coming up. Hopefully a lot of it's methane.
Let's light them up.
Okay, so we're going to try this now. So what did you think?
Well, I think it's safe to say that was pretty lit, guys. That was awesome. Man. That's it for this week's show. Be sure to catch us next week on our Great Lakes adventure on Aqua.